Hey teachers and parents, and welcome to Math Unlocked, where I get to offer you strategies for teaching math for grades 3, 4, and 5. My name is Miss McCarthy, the creator of McCarthyMathAcademy.com, and I'm on a mission to make math fun, make it click, and make it stick for you so that you can get out there and support the students that you work with. In today's episode, we'll be breaking down a 5th grade skill involving rounding numbers with decimals. I'll be incorporating 2 of my songs that I have, a place value song and a rounding song, to help you walk through this process. So without further ado, let's get to it and let me teach ya. All right, here we go. So rounding numbers with decimals. The very first thing that I would suggest doing when we're rounding is to make sure that we can identify the place values. All right, here we go. We got the decimal right here. That means we have the ones, tens, hundreds. We could keep on going, but then eventually we would get to back it up to the decimal and take it to the right now. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Awesome. This will help us when we have to identify the places below. Well, let's just make sure that we can read this number. It would be 510 and 573 thousandths. Cool. It's really important that students know how to appropriately read these numbers when they're in 5th grade. Okay, so, what are we doing today? We are rounding to the nearest whole, to the nearest tenth, and to the nearest hundredth. So the same number will be rounding 3 different ways, and I will be using a rounding song to help show you how I teach the process to students, okay? All right, so we have this number. We're just going to jot down the number that we have above, 510 and 573 thousandths. Now the song, it goes like this. The directions say to round to a specific place. Cool. So find and underline the place they gave you. The whole place is actually the ones place in this case, which would be, that rhymed by the way, which would be the digit 0. Okay. Find and underline the place they gave you. Draw a box around that digit and all the other digits before it. Now throw down a number line, splat. The given number is between this and that. So the number that we have is going to be between 2 numbers, 2 holes. Those 2 holes will be the number in the box, 510 holes. Because it's a whole number, I'm actually going to leave that decimal out right now. And 511 holes would be the next hole. And then we need to make a mark to show halfway. So half of a hole is half, or 0.5. So we have 510 and 5 tenths that we could write. Now technically I could go like this and put some decimals on the end. That's fine. Boom, boom, boom. That helps us a little bit to understand where our number is going to go if we were to plot the number. So the number that we were given, 510 and 573 thousandths, would be just after, well, about halfway after the halfway point. Okay, so this number right there, if we were to plot it, it would be right here. This is our halfway point. Our plotted point, our given number, comes after. That means that we round up. So the answer would be 511. Okay, now could you have the decimals and stuff at the end? Sure, but if a student is just able to say 511, they're really understanding that it is the nearest whole number. Cool. All right, so that was that one. You might be like, what in the world is happening? Let's continue with the process to the 10th place using the song that I have. So let's write the number again. There we go. The directions say to round to a specific place. Cool. The 10th place. So find and underline the place they gave you. Right there, that digit 5. Draw a box around that digit and all the other digits before it. Now throw down a number line, splat. The given number is between this and that. All right, so let's figure out what our this and our that are. It's the number in the box. Just like that. And the next tenth, which would be 510 and 6 tenths. And I know that 6 tenths is the same thing as 600,000, so I'm just making that there. Now let's make a mark to show halfway, which would be 510 and 550 thousandths right there. So 510 and 573 thousandths, let's plot that. And our given number, if we plot it, it's about right there. So because of that, we're going to round up. So your students, if they were to write that 510 and 573 thousandths, if we round that to the nearest tenth, it would be 510 and 6 tenths. That's an acceptable answer. If they were to write 60 hundredths, that's equivalent, so that's an acceptable answer. And if they were to write 600 thousandths, that is equivalent, that is an acceptable answer. But they do need to know that they would be able to find just this as an answer too. Okay, let's try one more with rounding to the nearest hundredth. So again, write down your number. Okay, the directions say to round to a specific place. Cool. So find and underline the place they gave you, which is the digit 7. Draw a box around that digit and all the other digits before it. Now throw down a number line. Splat. The given number is between this and that. So our this is actually the number in the box. And putting a 0 at the end there instead of the 3. And it would be the next hundredth, which would be 58 hundredths. So 510 and go up 1, 58 hundredths, or 580 thousandths, again, equivalent values. Make a mark to show halfway. So halfway would be 75 at the end, right? 75 hundredths. So all together, just like this. And this time our given number is before that. It's about right here if we were plotting that on a number line. Okay, so here you can see is our halfway point. Our given number comes before the halfway point, so we round down. I would hope to see this as an answer. Okay, 510 and 57 hundredths. If I saw this as an answer, that just shows me that they understand that it's equivalent, that 57 hundredths is equivalent to 570 thousandths. Same thing, but again, they would need to be able to recognize this on a test if they had to choose this in some kind of multiple choice answer or multi-select or whatever. They have to recognize that. Okay, so that is how you round numbers with decimals. It seems like a lot, but once students get in the habit of creating that number line, it creates an amazing visual with that halfway point of whether we round down or round up. And if it's exactly halfway, you round up. All right, everybody, I hope that you found this episode on rounding numbers with decimals to be helpful. If you're looking for more support on this skill or tons of other skills, stay tuned because I'm about to break down some next steps that you can take. I hope you found this episode to be helpful. If you did, please let me know by hitting the like button. And if you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. It's an easy way to support the content that I bring to you for free on YouTube. If you're a teacher or a parent, especially in Florida, you'll definitely want to check out McCarthyMathAcademy.com. Here is where I offer fast math freebies, including a playlist of fast math-style problems and video lessons to support your teaching. For those ready to dive deeper, check out Taking on the Best, a monthly membership packed with video lessons, student guides, extra practice, error analysis videos, math tasks, mini assessments, and much more, which are all strategically aligned to Florida's best standards. With 3 levels, bronze, silver, and gold, you can choose the support that best fits your needs to promote student growth and skill mastery. Would you like to take Taking on the Best for a test drive? You can sample 1 standard per grade to find the right plan for you. Do that by simply requesting a free trial. And if you're gearing up for the final Fast Math assessment of the school year, definitely check out Taking on the Fast, a 15-day countdown series with video lessons and fast-style math problems. Start with a sneak peek of day 1, and when you're ready, you can make a one-time purchase. And if you're thinking about the gold plan for Taking on the Best, good news! Taking on the Fast is included in your membership. While many of my followers are in Florida, I know that there are teachers and parents everywhere looking for support. That's why I created McCarthy Math 155 with 155 video lessons for each grade level, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You can also sign up for a free trial to McCarthy Math 155 to explore it before signing up for a monthly membership. And finally, if you've enjoyed my math music videos on YouTube, you can also jam out to ad-free versions on my website. You can find all the links below, and please feel free to email me with any questions that you have. I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Until then, get out there and make the world a little bit brighter in your own special way. See you next time.